Y'all, imposter syndrome almost got your girl last week. Let's talk about it. It's your girl, Relatable Kie. Thank y'all for coming on this self-care journey with me. And today we're going to discuss imposter syndrome. Okay, first, for those of you who don't know, let me explain to you exactly what imposter syndrome is. The imposter syndrome is that feeling of like you don't belong. Maybe you feel like all of your accomplishments and things that you've gained is due to luck or by chance, that you really don't feel like you really deserve it. You were just lucky to have it. Or you feel like compliments that people give you, you so creative, you so talented, you don't really believe it. You feel like maybe they're telling you these things just to make you feel good, that it's not really your reality. Basically, you're sleeping on yourself. If you don't remember from the last video, I basically told you guys when it comes to working on yourself, the job is never done. You will always and forever be evolving. You'll always and forever have to put that work in to be a better you. And that goes for me too. Although I am in a journey of working on myself and becoming a better, happier me, I still go through the same emotions and roller coasters that you guys do. And last week, with me posting my first YouTube video, it brought on so many different emotions, and I found myself being stuck in imposter syndrome, feeling like I don't deserve, feeling like you're not really a YouTuber. Like, what are you trying to do? I even debated in my head going back and forth like crazy. Like, maybe I should delete this video. I don't like my voice. I don't like how I sound. Like, I don't like how I'm going to be perceived. And that imposter syndrome kicked in so much that I almost lost sight of why I created this YouTube page in the first place, which is to help both myself and my audience, my relatables, grow and learn and feel happier and confident in themselves just like me. But that doesn't mean I fall short in this video. It's like I said, we're going to be relatable. So this is just an example of how last week I almost fell short. But I had a good friend in my life that had to remind me who I am. And that's why also your circle is so important. So I thought it would be perfect, since I'm actually going through it and experiencing it in real time, that we discuss imposter syndrome and how we can combat that, how we can fix that, because obviously it's a struggle area for me too. So let's get into it. Now, y'all already know your girl gonna have them notes on deck. So if you new here, we already discussed this page is not about aesthetically pleasing videos. This page is about actually learning yourself, growing, and becoming a better you. I just wanted to cover what we'll be discussing in this video today. And that's pretty much, I'm going to give you guys my personal story, my personal journey that I just experienced this past week with imposter syndrome when it came to posting my first YouTube video. We're going to discuss why so many of us, especially women, feel this way. We're going to do some small mindset shifts to help push us through that self-doubt, and some encouragement for anyone who's going through the same thing. Well, I kind of touched bases on it a little bit, of why I was experiencing imposter syndrome when it came to posting my first YouTube video. I was so excited and ready in the beginning, but it's like as soon as I hit post, all that self-doubt started flourishing through my head, to the point where I felt like I didn't have it under control. Like I was literally this close to deleting my video. Then I was like, what's the point of me starting this page in the first place? It's to help women. So I made sure I emphasize that the work is never done. Even I experience this setbacks, but it's how I overcome them with the tools that I've learned and the things I've done moving forward. When I was dwelling in that self-doubt, out of nowhere, one of my closest friends watched the video that I posted, my first YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you go ahead and watch that first video, then report back to here. Make sure you like, subscribe, because I definitely want to keep my relatables here with me. That's how we grow. Go back to what I was saying. As I was going through all of that self-doubt, all of that imposter syndrome, feeling like, what are you doing? You can't be a YouTuber. This is not what you do. My friend texted me, I'm talking like a paragraph, but it was right at the right time when I needed it. And she was just telling me how she loved my first video. She loved how relatable it was. She loved the journal prompts, and she was actually going to start on those May journal prompts with me. You guys can refer back to the first video for that as well if you want to join with the May journal prompt. But just how empowering the video was, how she felt like she was watching a friend even outside of us being friends if it was just a random video. But so many more encouraging words, and I just responded back and I was like, you don't know how bad I needed this at this time. And that just gave me that boost of confidence that I needed to know I am doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I love what I'm doing. It brings me joy. And I'm not going to let those negative self-doubt set me back, because that's what set me back so much in the past. So I was able to push through it and move forward. And then I was like, you know what? This would be a great second video, because how many of you out there, is so many things you want to experience and do, and you feel like it's not for you. You can't do it. You're not going to be great in it or succeed in it, or you're a fraud. Or whenever something do good happen to you, you feel like, oh, that was just by chance. That was just by luck. Not realizing that, no, you earned that and you deserve that. But that's what imposter syndrome is, and we definitely cannot let imposter syndrome win. For those of you who might be experiencing imposter syndrome, just like I was last week, I did come up with a few ways that you can actually work against imposter syndrome, so you can work your way through it and don't allow it to fluster and flourish in your system and get worse. So one of my things I do is acknowledge it and don't ignore it. The first step is recognizing when those thoughts show up. So instead of pushing those thoughts away, acknowledge them and remind yourself, this is just imposter syndrome talking. It's not the truth. It's not me. You have to be in control of your feelings and your emotions. And when those negative thoughts do come, you have to recognize, like, I know what this is. This is imposter syndrome, and I'm not going to let it win. You got to remember, like, you're your worst critic. You're harder on yourself than anybody else out here in this world will ever be. The thoughts you think in your head about yourself, things that you tell yourself, is very, very important. And if you allow those things to be negative, it will consume you. So you need to acknowledge when it's imposter syndrome and let imposter syndrome not win. It's not truth. It's not reality. It's just those negative thoughts that you're allowing to flourish. Another awesome way that you can combat imposter syndrome is keep you a wins journal. If you don't have a journal, a sheet of paper, a book, a pamphlet, just something where you can write down all of your wins. It doesn't matter how small the wins are. It doesn't matter how big they are. You just write those wins down so you can always refer back to them whenever you doubt yourself. Whenever you're in a state of imposter syndrome and you feel like you don't deserve this, or you feel like you really don't supposed to be here, or you feel like this is not really for you, go back to win journal so it can show you how you deserve these things, how you earned these things, where you know what you did to get here. So keep a wins journal. Big wins, small wins, whether you nailed the presentation, completed a project, just showed up when it was hard. Just keep a list, revisit it multiple times after week, every day if you need to, just to remind yourself of you and your strengths. Another awesome way to combat imposter syndrome is actually the tool I used this week, which is talk to someone you trust. Sharing your feelings with a friend, a mentor, a community like here with the Relatables can help you realize that you're not alone. You'll be surprised how many people admire you and have felt the same way. So this past week for me, when I was going through my imposter syndrome, this is the one that helped me the most. Talking to a friend and having my friend to remind me that you are that girl, that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, that video was powerful, that I'm proud of you, keep going. That's all I needed to hear, and I appreciate her for that. So this is also a great tool that you can utilize when it comes to imposter syndrome. Talk to your circle, talk to your squad, and if it's the relatables here, then let's get to talking in the comment section. Another is focusing on progress and not perfection. We all get caught up in being perfect, and the reality is perfection just doesn't exist. And the faster you can realize that, the happier you can be. Perfection is never the goal. Growth is the goal. Celebrate steps you're taking and remember that nobody has it all figured out. We'll never have it all figured out. Life is a roller coaster. Life is going to always consist of ups and downs. So stop focusing on perfection and let's focus on growth As long as you're growing, no matter how small the steps are, if you're moving forward, then you're going in the right direction. Take some of that pressure off yourself. And lastly, another word of advice is be kind to yourself. You remember when I just said you're your own worst critic? So for real, it's nobody else in this world that's going to talk to you as bad as you talk to yourself. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. Be kind, patient, and be encouraging. You're doing more than you give yourself credit for. We never give ourselves credit for things, no matter how big or how small it is. Just sometimes, like I was last week, I was being super over dramatic, super worrisome, just going in my head about every little thing that most other people probably are not going to look at. But what I am proud of in this situation is I left my video up, and here I am again for week 2, and I'm still going at it. So it happens to the best of us. It's not just you. Let's remember this space is about progress and not about perfection. So let's cheer ourselves on, and let's remind ourselves that we are good enough. If this resonates with you, if you can relate to the content that I'm speaking about, just make sure you give me a follow, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment below. I would love to see what topics you guys would like for me to talk about, some of the experiences that you guys are going through. Maybe we can relate together. I do appreciate you guys for coming back for video 2. I love my relatables. I am so happy in the space that I'm in, and I'm so happy that we are working together to grow, and we're going to continue doing that. And hopefully, as you guys learn from me, I can also learn from you guys. And for all of our support systems, let's thank them so much, because it really do takes a village. Like, we can't do life alone. I know we want to, but it's so much better when you have a circle of people that genuinely love you. And for this instance of my imposter syndrome, I'm just happy I had a great friend. So until next week, guys, do not forget that I am here every Sunday, and I'm hoping that I have you guys here with me. Any suggestions, words, are you experiencing imposter syndrome? Drop it down in the comment below, and let me know how it's going with that May journaling, y'all. We'll be on like day 9-10. Are you guys doing your May journaling with me? And I know by the time this video posts, it will be Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there. And I will see you guys next week.